All right, hey gang, Nate Bear here, lead technical tactician for Monument Traders Alliance and trade of the day. And in today's video watch list, I want to go over the indexes, and I've got a fresh setup as well as a total long shot that I want to bring to your attention. All right, so let's dive right in. So, as we always do, I want to get started here with the indexes, and this is the SPX. This is a daily chart of the SPX, and what the best way I can kind of put the action lately is it's just been a little bit inconsistent. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's been hard to get sort of a 2 day move in the same direction. It feels like you have a move higher, and then the next day you have a gap up and a puke down, and you take out the lows of the previous day, and it's like, okay, the market looks like it's going down, and then boom, we're right back up here, and it's just been sort of back and forth. It's been a little choppy. It's been a little nauseating at times trying to play some of these higher beta stocks in an environment where things are whipping around all over the place, right? So with that in mind, my sort of take for the rest of the month of September, and we're what, to 2/3 of the way through, about almost 2/3 of the way through. I think we're probably going to get more of the same, gang. I think the early August, I'm sorry, the late July high here is going to hold throughout the month of September. Maybe we grind a little higher. A lot will probably depend on what happens with the FOMC Wednesday. But it wouldn't surprise me at all to see us kind of go sideways in a range here. And then towards the end of the year, we start working our way higher October, November, December. Okay. Same thing here in the Qs. There's really nothing, that's different at this point. We're almost identical with the QQQ and the SPX. Note that we're here sort of testing the 55 EMA on the QQQ, and in the SPX, pretty much the same thing. These charts look very similar. Okay, so it's not like we have the Qs that are sort of falling apart and the S&P is going sideways. The indexes in this instance are acting sort of the same way. The one that does look quite different, however, is the IWM to me. And this chart looks absolutely 100% bearish in the medium term. Okay, so in every charting class you'll ever take, this is called a head and shoulders top. No question about it. This right here is called the neckline. And the idea then is there's a gap down here at 275. I am looking to get short the IWM on a bounce back up in here to the 55 EMA or so. Similar, almost triggered right there that day. Let me zoom in. I almost got triggered into a short right here. We didn't quite get, I wanted to get it right here in between the 21 and the 55, around 186.5 or so. We didn't quite get there that day. We've rolled over since. But this is just about as bearish as you can get. And when I look at this, I see just an opportunity to get short. So if we get some positivity later this week with the FOMC, we come up in here and we start to stall out at this level, I will look to get short and take this down into this 175 gap fill for the IWM, which is right in through here. So that's one setup that I'm watching for this week. The other name that I'm watching for this week, and it's one that is not overly complicated. Sorry, not complicated, but not overly volatile, is BG. And I looked at a lot of charts today to try and come up with the best setup that I see that I'm not currently in to bring to your attention. And this is a name, it tells you how far down the well I've got to go. This is like a defensive name, a defense sector name, BG. And we have the all-time high coming in right here around 124 or so. And then recently we have this really nice move higher, right? And now we've got this beautiful bull flag. We've got a daily squeeze. So this all sets up as a standard TPS setup. We have earnings coming up towards the end of October. And, BG doesn't have like the best options. And when I say that, I just mean that they only have the monthly series. They have no weekly options. So it limits our options, a little bit. But still, I think we could go out to the October series. We could go to the November, which includes the earnings series. But these options are a little bit more than I want to pay for out of the money options. The October 20th series looks fine, and I am looking at these 110 calls right here. So I don't want to buy them right now, but the 110 calls in BG for the October monthly series, that's the October the 20th is what I'm looking at. And the reason, or the level that I'd like to buy, notice how BG is just really stable here. I mean, all through August, right? This is August starting right here. Right? BG has really been so stable, so stable, so stable. And we've got this really nice squeeze that's built up. So ideally, if I can get into BG around the point of control right in here, which is around 112, that for me is a great entry. So if we're trading above this line, that's great. Perfect long. We're trading above support. If we start to break below this line, that's where I need to say, okay, well, maybe this is actually not going to fire long and instead is going to fire short. So for me, I want to buy off of 112 and I would stop on a close below these guys right through here. So buy around 112, stop on a close around 110, and target a move up to 118 or 120, keeping in mind that the all-time high is not all that far away, around 124. All right. And that for me is the play. BG around 112 entry, looking at a close under 110 for my stop, and targets, over at least 116, which is the high of this move, up into 120s. And possibly up into these old highs around 124. All right, well, that's what I've got for this week. I hope it helps, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a good one. Later.